where the camera is panning, that's the area where there's the lagoon, the backside of the island. So like around the 1700s, the island was dominated by the Mayans, and they were like maybe having little dip in tension and conflict with pirates who were also seeking certain areas and turning certain areas into refuge and safe haven for themselves. The lighting that you see over there, that's the airport. This is the back side of it. So the airport that we're coming up on is going to be Caye. That's it right there. It's a little neighborhood watering hole, pool table and stuff. I've been planning to stop there for quite some time, but I haven't. You see, that's the airport right there. Caye. That's the airport right there. There's the MoneyGram if you need MoneyGram. This is the location right here. This is the part of the main road that I take. A little breakfast nook right there. Most mornings it's just like this, and then there's other mornings where it's busy. But for the most mornings it's busy. Then during the 1800s, you have people starting to flee the Caye de Guerra War in Mexico, present-day Yucatan Peninsula, and they slowly started to move in and inhabit the area. At that time, the British had some sort of treaty, negotiated treaty with the Mayas, and sorry, ma'am. This is another little breakfast nook right here.
My name is Carlos. Here have a lot right here.
This is a part of the lagoon as well over here. The darkness is part of the lagoon.
I will show you. We're going to go with right.
When you're driving, hold your lane and ease off on the turns, because a lot of them don't stay in their lane. They come in, they impede in the other lane. That just happened a second ago. There's a gym right there. That's another little breakfast nook that I'm coming up on. But not all of them are open. This one is open right here. Coming up on the famous Boca del Rio Barribone Bridge. They say the very first bridge was wooden plank with pylons and stuff. Eventually they outgrew it based on the fact that it was mainly for pedestrian bicycles. Eventually they outgrew it based on the fact that they had too many golf carts and cars on the island, and they were traversing over the bridge, and it kind of ruined. Then they updated with a wooden one, and then later on Barribone came in and did most of it for the third one. Gas and go. Got in the festive spirit. Had a little breakfast nook there too. So then, like I said, during the Caye de Guerra War, people fleeing south, fleeing that. A lot of them fled to the island. They were granted opportunity to be here based on the fact that the British were here. There's even information that stated that the Battle of St. George's Caye, the tension between the British, the pirates, and the Spaniards over Spain or Spaniards over the territory, They said some of the skirmish and war and tension that took place close by San Pedro as well at that time. And that is like during 1700s, late 1700s, 1770 something. So that was fun and interesting information to stumble upon. We do work for like, shares, comments, and hypes. Also subscribe to the channel. Check out the about section. There are more information and little package deals that are offered to the general public as well. Cheers. Respect one. Over and out. Some of the information did state that it was more of not just a localized tension, but more of a territorial tension between the Spaniards, the free Bayman pirates, and British settlers in the area. Then they also said that there were certain times when the island was purchased. I think it not just happened there was one time where it clearly shows and states that Mr. Blake did purchase it. But it also, and I think that it can, some of the information as I do more research and fact checking and find out interesting thing about the island, it kind of stated that that might have been like a co-op deal. But when I stumble across that, I have to do more research. There's another little breakfast nook as well. So during that time, they started to turn the place into like coconut plantation to create jobs and opportunity. It was also a fishing community. They rely on fishing heavily for survival as well. And that's during the 1800s. Then they also said that at one point, some of the information I stumbled across was talking about how the agricultural sector of Belize have made monumental strides towards purchasing or repurchasing back the island for the great nation of Belize to put it in public hands. Then after that, they had to during the 1900s, they had like several hurricanes that hit the territory area and region of Belize, like one in 1931, we had a hurricane that hit the area and it destroyed the coconut plantation on the island. It also probably caused havoc to the marine life as well. Then again in 1961, between let's say the 30s to about 70s, they slowly started to like diversify and figure out other creative ways on how to generate income and revenue on the island. A lot of the men had to go move to the mainland for opportunity, basically work. And based on the fact that that was happening, they start looking at the tourism and starting to view tourism as a way of sustaining life on the island. So they slowly started to venture into like, fun and interesting ways on how to attract tourists. They had the first hotel opened up. They had a few little pubs. Then they start doing like deep sea and other areas. Like, I really don't know a whole lot of fishing. I've only been out several times. So then they start doing different types of fishing, snorkeling, scuba diving, the Great Barrier Reef as well, nerve shark, morning swimming with nerve sharks, or just basically getting an opportunity to swim with sharks as well. There are some instances in time where you could be in the ocean and swim with turtles as well. So there are different options that they started to explore to basically bring economic boom to its current situation. Everything had to basically take its stride, and almost people don't like when you go about like highlighting the first alcalde, the first mayor, the first city council, the first village council, but all these people played a monumental role along with citizens back then who had the fortitude to basically recognize what was happening and going on, and then peer into the future to plan and prepare for it. They also said that at one point during the, I would say, 50s to maybe possibly late 70s, Belize had its own airline as well that was, you know, basically doing international flights during that time as well. The Mayans also had, like, at one point had salt production on here. They had a couple little ruins and stuff as well, but as the island moved and progressed towards tourism, you know, some of the front runners and old timies back then didn't have that vision to basically preserve the sites, so those sites are non-existent at this current phase and juncture. So now you can, like I said, you can go swim and check out the coral reef. You can swim with different types of marine life. There's also manatee as well, but I don't know if you can swim in that with them, and I don't know how close they are, what's the proximity to the island. You can do like catamaran tours, you can do day tours, you can island hop, you can do an adventure from San Pedro to Kikaka, you can do an adventure from San Pedro to Belize City, you can do another adventure from San Pedro to Corozal. You can even do one and go to different parts of Mexico, as in Chetumal as well. You can hike to Secret Beach. You can take a boat, schedule a boat to go up to Secret Beach, or you can just rent out a golf cart and make an event of it and go there for a couple of hours. Swim. You got parasailing. You got jet ski rental. And most of all, there are pirates' booty at the bottom of every empty mug that you can enjoy as well. People do bike and walk and hike to work. So if there's space in your golf cart to and fro, you see people moving about for a little ride. There's also a shuttle bus that you can take from right there by the Go gas station, and that goes all the way up to Secret Beach as well. That's a taxi off in the distance. You can also get a taxi to take you up there as well. There you have it. Bicycles and still a pretty popular way of transporting oneself. There do have guys that use a bicycle to transport other than themselves, also goods as well. Sun is rising. I did not check what time the sun would come out this morning. Have companies that do early morning deliveries as well. I think that might be the boom for that company. Not 100% sure though. This is a taxi. This is part of my morning routine prior to getting to the location that we're going to. We're stopping for some coffee.